Good morning. If you could please take your seats. My name is Robin McGuffin. I'm the president of the Lexington Forum, which is the host of the 2026 State of the City County Address. Please join me in standing for the playing of our national anthem and the presentation of the colors by the Lexington Public Safety Color Guard.
Detail. Hold. Lift, please.
Thank you. Please be seated. On behalf of the Lexington Forum, welcome to the 2026 State of the City County Address and Luncheon. The Forum is honored to host this important community event again. The success of the Lexington Forum is due to the quality and commitment of its board of directors and staff. I ask the members of the Lexington Forum Board of Directors to please stand as I call their name. President-elect Justin Posey, immediate past President Luke Morgan, Treasurer Alan Norville, Monica Bounds, Michelle Berger, Ralph Coldiron, Heather Diefenbach, Amanda Higgins, Sharon Michael, Michelle Ripley, Devonna Sayer, Larry Smith, and Lisa Smith. Thank you for your leadership this year, and many thanks to our administrative assistant, Amy Ward, who keeps our organization running smoothly. The Lexington Forum is comprised of engaged citizens who share at least one thing in common: a genuine interest in discussing the issues that impact the residents of Lexington and Central Kentucky. We provide a welcoming, nonpartisan space for thoughtful dialogue, informed perspectives, and respectful exchange of ideas. The Forum is truly committed to hosting community conversations that matter. These conversations take place at the Lexington Forum's monthly breakfast, held on the first Thursday of each month. We meet at Copper Roo on South Broadway. Doors open at 7 a.m., and our program begins promptly at 7:30 a.m. Each discussion lasts approximately 1 hour and always includes ample time for audience questions and conversation. Our program committee works hard to curate timely, relevant topics and to bring in knowledgeable subject matter experts to lead each discussion. Looking ahead later this spring, we'll explore elder care in Central Kentucky, focusing on planning, support, and smart decision-making, as well as conversations around Kingland and primary election politics. Please take a moment to review the information on your table and visit us online at lexingtonforum.org to learn more about upcoming programs and membership. We hope to see many of you at our next meeting on February 5th. Please enjoy your lunch, and we'll return shortly to begin today's program. want to welcome our Lex TV channel viewers and those watching at lexingtonkentucky.gov to the event at this time. My name is Robin McGuffin, president of the Lexington Forum, the proud host of the 2026 State of the City County Address. The Forum is honored to use the State of the City County Address to highlight distinguished citizens of our community with the One to Watch and the Spirit Awards. Please welcome Lexington Forum President-elect Justin Posey to the stage for the presentation of our annual One to Watch and Spirit Awards.
Each year, the Lexington Forum presents the One to Watch Award, recognizing an individual who is already making an impact in our community and shows exceptional promise for the future. This year, we are pleased to honor Aaron Goins as the Lexington Forum's 2026 One to Watch winner. Through Bites to the Bluegrass, Aaron is redefining how people experience Lexington, one story, one bite, and one neighborhood at a time. What began as a food tour has grown into a platform that celebrates local history, small businesses, and the people who make our city unique. With creativity, curiosity, and a deep passion for place, Aaron connects residents and visitors to Lexington's culture through immersive, thoughtfully created experiences. She blends storytelling, community pride, and economic support in ways that feel both educational and creative. Aaron represents the next generation of community leadership in Central Kentucky, and she truly is one to watch. Please join me in congratulating this year's One to Watch Award recipient, Aaron Goins.
Wow, thank you all very much. It is really an honor to be the one to watch. And being recognized by a room like this, I mean, wow, what a room. With so many people who care so deeply about our city. Lexington has long been shaped by inspiring people just like you, who have chosen to invest right here, and even some scandalous ones who have become the stuff of legends. And it is an absolute joy to gather these stories and create fun and meaningful experiences around them to help people connect in a real way to our special place. And if you've spent 5 minutes around me, I've probably made you listen to one of those stories because it is incredible how many fascinating hidden stories are right here. As a matter of fact, today is the birthday of a bold woman named Zerelda, who in 1825 was born nearby on the floor of Offutt Cole Tavern. She survived the Civil War, unimaginable obstacles, and the kind of legend that most of us wouldn't know what to do with. In fact, she had her right arm blown off in a police raid and still lived to age 86, outliving the men who tried to break her. But that's to be expected when you're the mother of Frank and Jesse James. Just yesterday was the anniversary in 1850 of when none other than P.T. Barnum came to town with the sensational General Tom Thumb. Charles Stratton was Barnum's cousin at just 2 feet 9 inches. And just like the Greatest Showman, they were here with Jenny Lind performing on our main street at the Melodeon in the Grand Hall with people coming from all around. And in 1830, it was this week that Lexington first chartered the Lexington, Ohio Railroad, the very first railroad in Kentucky, even the first west of the Alleghenies. Horse-powered on limestone blocks with iron straps, this was Lexington saying, we are ready to connect and we are ready to bet on what's next. That spirit of Lexington still feels very real to me. And when we connect more deeply to a place, we care about it more. And when we care, we show up. We show up for local businesses, for neighbors, and for what's next. Thank you so much to all the chefs, artists, historians, and community leaders who choose to continue to collaborate with us. And thank you for all of you who work so hard to keep downtown thoughtful, creative, and alive. And most of all, thank all of you in advance for booking your corporate experiences in 2026 with Bites of the Bluegrass. Thank y'all.
Each year, the Lexington Forum presents the Spirit Award, recognizing someone whose selfless service and leadership have made a meaningful impact on our community. This year, we are proud to honor Laura Farnsworth. For the past 17 years, Laura has been a driving force behind downtown Lexington, embodying the true spirit of community through her energy, dedication, and quiet leadership. While many of us love Thursday Night Live, fewer know the person whose behind-the-scenes work helps make it all possible. As Director of Development and Events at the Downtown Lexington Partnership, Laura leads one of Lexington's most beloved summer traditions, bringing people together week after week in the heart of our city. If you've ever smiled, danced, connected with a neighbor, or felt proud of Lexington at Thursday Night Live, you've experienced Laura's impact. She represents the very best of our community and is deeply deserving of the Lexington Forum's Spirit Award. Please join me in congratulating this year's recipient, Laura Farnsworth. Unfortunately, the change in our event date prevented Laura from joining us today. We're pleased to have Alan McDaniel, Executive Director of the Downtown Lexington Partnership, accept the award on her behalf.
Thank you all so much for recognizing what I've been privileged to get to watch in my role for 3 years now. Laura is an incredible member of this community, and she absolutely embodies this Spirit Award. And I'm so honored to share this moment and her gratitude on behalf. And I know it is her normal thing to always think about what's going on behind the scenes and to think of so many other people other than herself. She would also say, let's give a round of applause for our streets and roads crews and first responders and city services and the transportation folks who are working nonstop. Laura is out this week pursuing, in a much nicer climate, we won't be angry at her for that, pursuing her fitness passion, which is yet another reason she inspires me. Thank you all for this recognition. Thank you for coming out to support us. Laura's favorite thing is to see everybody's smiling faces, enjoy the work that she is so passionate about. So thank you all.
To conclude the awards portion of our program, the Lexington Forum is proud to present a special recognition, the President's Award. This recognition is awarded from time to time and honors an individual whose leadership has strengthened civic life across Kentucky and advanced the mission of our organization. This year's President's Award recognizes Justice Pamela Goodwine. I have a lot to read, so I'm going to keep reading while she accepts her award. Justice Goodwine, as you all know, is a public servant who has consistently modeled integrity, fairness, and community engagement, values essential to a healthy civic culture. The Lexington Forum is honored to count her among our former board members. Her career reflects a lifelong commitment to public service and the rule of law. Her legal career began as a court stenographer and has seen her go on to serve at every level of the Commonwealth's judiciary, from district and circuit court to the Kentucky Court of Appeals. In 2024, Justice Goodwine made history as the first African-American woman to be elected to the Kentucky Supreme Court. Marking a milestone not only for the judiciary, but for the civic life of our state. Beyond the bench, Justice Goodwine's influence is felt through her mentorship, her advocacy, and her deep engagement in the community. Her years of service on the Lexington Forum Board reflect her belief that strong communities depend on informed dialogue, respectful debate, and an engaged public. It is with very deep gratitude and admiration that we recognize her service and historic contributions to the Commonwealth. Members of the Forum and guests, please join me in welcoming a true Kentucky trailblazer, Justice Pam Goodwine.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Justin. Thank you, Robin. It isn't a lot that can surprise me or pull over my, catch me by surprise, but I'm truly surprised. I'm truly honored. Serving the Lexington community has been my passion for the past 45 years. Since moving here in 1979, I found a community and I found a home, and I will continue serving this community to the very best of my ability. Thank you again, Robin. Thank you to the Forum. Thank you, Justin. Thank you.
Before we get to the main event, a bit of light housekeeping. For those who drove here and are in the Central Bank Center lot on High Street, your parking has been taken care of. On your table, you will see a QR code. Scan that code as you leave the parking lot to receive complimentary parking. The end of the mayor's remarks will mark the conclusion of our event, and thank you for being here. Linda Gorton, the longest continuously serving member of the Lexington-Fayette Urban County Council, is serving her second term as Lexington mayor. Mayor Gorton was reelected on November 8th, 2022, winning 71% of the vote. Goals for her second term include a continuing focus on public safety, lifting up and protecting our young people, expanding the emphasis to disrupt domestic violence, creating paths forward to improve mental health, providing more affordable housing, expanding our ag tech sector as part of our work to attract new employers and grow jobs locally, regional economic development, and continuing to protect our working farms. Mayor Gorton and her husband, Charlie, a retired Major General in the Army, have 2 children and 5 grandchildren. She is a registered nurse and a graduate of the University of Kentucky. Please help me welcome the Honorable Linda Gorton.
Thank you so much. Well, welcome everyone. I think we all got here the same. Somebody said over the river and through the woods, kind of bumpy trip, but we're glad to have you all. And thank you so much to the Lexington Forum for again hosting my State of the City County address. I want to recognize Forum President Robin McGuffin and all of the Forum members for their outstanding service to Lexington. Congratulations to all of you, as well as to the Forum winners today. I want to welcome all of our public officials who are here. And I first want to introduce our Urban County Council, many of whom are with us. And I'll ask you to hold your applause until we're finished. Council members, if you'll stand when I say your name. Vice Mayor Dan Wu, Council Member at Large James Brown, Council Member at Large Chuck Ellinger, 1st District Tyler Morton, 2nd District Shayla Lynch, 4th District Emma Curtis, 5th District Liz Sheehan, 6th District Lisa Higgins Horde, 7th District Joseph Hale, 8th District Amy Beasley, 9th District Whitney Baxter, 10th District Dave Savigny, 11th District Jennifer Reynolds, and 12th District Hillary Boone. Thank you all for all you do. There's another important group I want to recognize, and that is the team that helps me run our government. Sally Hamilton, my chief administrative officer, Tyler Scott, my chief of staff, and many of my senior leadership team are here. Thank you all very much for all that you do in your leadership. I also honor every single day the nearly 3,000 employees who work for our government. You all make progress happen for Lexington and its residents every single day. And as always, I'm grateful that my husband Charlie is here today. He has been my sidekick for life. First, I want to share with you some unedited footage from a video I shot last year. And I hope you'll enjoy this blooper. The finished video is shown at the airport to welcome visitors to our city. We don't generally air the part I'm going to show you. I'm sure you are aware that there are special opportunities and special challenges that come with being the mayor of the horse capital of the world. And one of those opportunities is that I have lunch with all kinds of people, including you today. However, every now and then I get to be lunch. Well, hello, everyone. Mayor Linda Gorton here at historic Darby Dan Farm, right in the heart of the bluegrass. All year long, we've been celebrating our city's 250th anniversary, and there are lots of surprises. A celebration for Lexington. It's all good. All right. Hello, everyone. Mayor Linda Gorton here. Oh, was I? I do love you. But I thought maybe I could just keep going, but you know, you are so sweet. Yes. Wonder if I could hold on to them. You're beautiful. I love that you're right behind me. I want to thank the residents, those residents of Darby Dan Farm, one of our many world-class thoroughbred farms. Those were all mares in foal, so I think they were craving something on my jacket. As you know, people come here from all over the world to see our equine country. Condé Nast Traveler Reader's Choice Awards just named Lexington the #1 most tourist-friendly city in America. Well, what's a little nibbling between friends, right? Today, we're turning a page in our community's weighty history book. 2025, a year in which we marked our 250th anniversary, is behind us. 2026, number 251, of course, has begun. Our historic 250 Lex celebration was a year-long affair dedicated to what makes Lexington great, and thousands of people joined in with events in every corner of our community. With the dawn of 251, it's time to redouble our focus on the future. We know the future really is now, and we know that progress doesn't just happen. So we continuously lay the groundwork for it. As I talk today about the changes we've made over the past year, I want you to know that we are again ready to launch some exciting new initiatives. This starts with a discussion of our economy and the investments for future success we are making in it. First, where do things stand? Well, the good news continues. Our economy remains very strong. Over the past year, we set a record for the highest employment in our history. Currently, there are 171,656 people employed in Fayette County, the highest ever. While our cost of living remains relatively low, per capita income and median household income continue to climb. To make sure those numbers continue to grow, economic development remains a top priority for me. As I start my 8th year as mayor, it continues to be something I work on every single day to secure a bright future for our children and their children. For example, we have invested in 2 new industrial parks, the Legacy Business Park and the new public regional industrial park in Berea, also involving Madison and Scott counties, along with Lexington, Fayette County. Construction on Legacy Business Park, the city's newest light industrial park, began last June and will be completed later this year. We got the deed to the property in 2022 and broke ground in 2025, a quick turnaround. We are investing $22.6 million in infrastructure to make this 200-acre park on Georgetown Road shovel-ready for businesses. Our upfront costs are fully funded. This park will open debt-free. This park will include 19 lots totaling 147 acres for development. We estimate Legacy will be home to nearly 1,700 jobs with an annual estimated payroll of $100 million. This is awesome progress. In addition, I recently helped initiate and join the City of Berea and Madison and Scott County fiscal courts to create the Central Kentucky Business Park Authority, which has purchased and will manage Central Kentucky's first public regional business park. It's a goal we have been actively working toward for several years. I have been building strong partnerships with Bluegrass leaders so that we could begin working together on regional economic development. Now, along with our friends in Madison and Scott counties, whom I began meeting with my first year as mayor, we are doing it. Based in Berea, this economic development project, a 300-acre industrial park, will provide good jobs and tax revenue that will allow governments in Berea and in all 3 of our counties to make improvements. Site planning is actively underway. And again, because of the relationships we have built, I am hopeful that the future will bring more regional projects. The future really is now. The same is true for an initiative to build jobs for the future in ag tech through the Bluegrass Ag Tech Development Corp partnership. The partnership is bringing promising new ag tech businesses not only to Lexington, but throughout the Commonwealth. Agriculture already contributes $2.6 billion to the Fayette County economy every year. And by making our community a national hub for ag tech businesses, we will grow that number. So far, Bluegrass Ag Tech has awarded challenge grants to 10 startups, with a 3rd round of grants to be awarded this summer. The companies have used $925,000 invested by Bluegrass Ag Tech to leverage close to $7.4 million in additional funding, an 8-to-1 return on our investment. These grants are having a significant impact on our businesses and farms right now. The startup companies, which employ 67 people, have already spent $620,000 to buy crops from our farmers, processing those crops into new products. In another innovative project, we continue to explore solar energy and its potential for Lexington through the possible installation of a solar farm on the Haley Pike landfill, a step toward reducing our carbon footprint. Negotiations continue with Social Impact Solar LLC, a local company interested in leasing our property. This past year, Lexington won a gold designation from SoulSmart, which recognizes communities across the country that seek to increase renewable energy options. In economic development, we work to grow and attract all kinds of jobs to meet the needs of residents at various skill levels. That is also the focus of our city's workforce development program, which helps some residents find a first job through classes in essential employment skills and prepares others for a better job through more advanced training. All of our training keeps in mind the needs of our local employers. In fact, our employers visit our new Davis Park Workforce Center and meet with prospective employees. The center served over 400 people in 2025, its first year of operation. 8 Work Lexington partners provide job training for the city. Between July 2024 and June 2025, these partners trained, then helped over 1,600 people find employment. Finally, our Second Chance Academy offers job training inside our jail to inmates whose sentences are coming to an end. In 2025, 71 inmates completed this training. Yes. Now let's talk about our public safety team a bit. Our police department, fire department, community corrections, E911, and emergency management. In recent years, investments we have made in technology have transformed several of these divisions, and many of them are with us today. That's especially true of our police department. Violent crime is trending down in our community, in part because of technology-intensive, precision-based, intelligence-led policing. Acting as a police force multiplier, technology boosts efficiency, allows for expanded data analysis, and improves officer safety. Our real-time intelligence center has had a significant impact on solving crime, with additional specialists hired this year to expand operating hours. The overall numbers tell the story. Between 2024 and 2025, violent crime has dropped 10.8%, including homicides down 13%, assault with firearms down 23%, and robbery down 26%. Overall, crimes against property dropped 8.7% between 2024 and 2025, including motor vehicle thefts down 15.7%. This is great progress that we are making. So last year, we also expanded evidence testing through the National Integrated Ballistic Information Network, which compares ballistic evidence gathered across the country to generate investigative leads in violent crimes involving firearms. That, coupled with our local investment to expand DNA testing, led to the closure of a 27-year-old cold case this year, the murder of Linda Rutledge, at last providing closure for her family. This future is now. Technology changes are bringing faster response times to the fire department. A new alerting system installed last year, a $1 million investment, allows for better integration with E911. It also features electronic dispatch, freeing dispatchers from verbally dispatching every single run and speeding up the all-important dispatch times. The system has built-in backup, an important layer of protection for the public. Increased public protection is also the goal of a new program the fire department launched last June with the Kentucky Blood Center. It's already saving lives. Lexington ambulances now have access to whole blood to perform transfusions at the scene, involving improving patient survival rates. Our firefighters have already administered whole blood over 20 times. And as a registered nurse, I certainly understand how this is an enormous step forward. This blood transfusion program sets our firefighters apart. Only 1% to 2% of emergency medical services nationwide perform such transfusions. Another step forward, our community paramedicine team expanded in 2025 with the addition of a crisis response team, building on an already unique multidisciplinary approach that includes firefighters, paramedics, law enforcement, social workers, and counselors. This expansion further positions our city at the forefront of community paramedicine and mobile integrated health. E911 technology is vital to public safety. In 2025, we upgraded that technology to allow transmission of texts, photos, videos, and other location data. The change improves emergency response, making it faster and more effective. The Division of Emergency Management also upgraded its technology, including the mass notification system that is the backbone of Lex Alerts, Lexington's free emergency and public notification system. The new systems provide multi-language capabilities. In addition, they represent a savings of over $100,000 a year. Finally, in public safety, our Division of Community Corrections has made significant progress in how our community cares for individuals with severe behavioral health needs in our detention center. Lexington established a dedicated behavioral health unit. This unit is designed for rehabilitation and reentry, serving some of the most at-risk individuals in our system and preparing them to return to community healthier, safer, and more stable. Every corrections recruit now completes crisis intervention training prior to graduation, ensuring officers can recognize mental health crisis early. Officers assigned to the behavioral health unit receive advanced mental health training. This level of preparation is uncommon in corrections nationally and earned our corrections officers recognition from local mental health advocates. Since the unit opened last March, negative behavioral incidents have declined by 75%. More than 20% of participants have transitioned directly into community-based treatment upon release. And by the way, our detention center is very close to being fully staffed. In February of 2023, staffing vacancies were at an all-time high of 133. Currently, we have 11 vacancies, and we're hoping to reach full staffing in February. That is great progress. Congratulations, Chief Colvin, and everyone who works at Community Corrections. So we make direct investments in the future every day as we work with our community's young people. Our essential programs help young people whose lives have been torn apart by gun violence, unstable homes, substance use disorder, poverty, and other. Literally, their future is now. One Lexington works with partners throughout the community to keep our young people ages 10 to 29 away from gun violence. The One Lexington approach, with support from public safety and community partners, is working. In 2025, Lexington experienced its fourth consecutive year of declining gun violence. Last year, Lexington recorded the fewest total homicides of young people in a decade and the fewest gunshot victims since 2010. This city has reduced violence involving young people by 60% since 2021. And in 2025, the city invested nearly $200,000 in violence prevention efforts through grants to nonprofits and the school system. Our Department of Social Services is a vital part of this effort. Our youth services, social workers, and juvenile probation officers work hand in hand with the school system and the courts to support children who are caught up in the judicial system. Our goal is to ensure that these children get the support services they need, can continue their education, and receive appropriate monitoring and supervision. Another part of our government, Parks and Recreation, plays an essential role in youth development through all kinds of sports programs, outdoor play, arts and culture activities, and much, much more. In many ways, 2025 was a banner year for our parks. Thanks to Federal American Rescue Act funding and local dollars, we were able to invest over $29 million in significant parks projects all over town. In addition, we upgraded many of our playgrounds, our equipment, our trails, our sports courts, and much, much more. The bigger projects we completed include the opening of Cardinal Run North, the first large regional park our community has opened in 25 years. The opening of Kelly's Landing, providing Lexington's first public access to the river. The reopening of Douglas Aquatic Center with a new pool and pool house. And the reinvention of Phoenix Park downtown, which opened this fall to rave reviews. Now, affordable housing is an essential investment in the future of many of our families and our community. We currently have 231 units under construction. Most will provide needed units for seniors this time, ages 55 and over. Once these units are complete, our growing portfolio will total 3,826 units, either preserved or constructed. And we hope to top 4,000 units by the end of this year. Including a $5 million investment last year, we have invested $60 million in public money to leverage a $490 million investment by the private sector since this affordable housing program started in 2014. We have made solid progress in affordable housing. Building affordable housing is one of many ways we work to reduce the number of people in our community who are experiencing homelessness. In 2025, we again offered a winter shelter service to meet seasonal needs. We increased outreach downtown to quickly respond to concerns and to engage individuals in need of assistance. I formed the Mayor's Task Force on Homelessness, which is focused on identifying strategies, resources, and solutions to better serve Lexington's homeless population. Since 2020, we have spent $50 million to address homelessness. Even so, like many other cities across our nation, we saw an increase in the number of unhoused people in Lexington last year. I have asked this new task force to examine best practices in other cities, looking for new creative approaches. Now, naturally, our Planning and Preservation Department is also focused on the future, helping us make good land use decisions, planning for growth, and working to provide a greater supply of housing to meet all needs. Over the past year, planning has standardized and accelerated the development approval process, including online applications. A complete development plan can now be approved within 30 days. That word complete is important. Approval can be delayed because of all the required pieces are not in place yet. However, all along the way, we are speeding up the process. Planning also developed the Lexington Preservation and Growth Management Program to ensure Lexington can provide for its future housing needs while preserving Fayette County's unmatched farmland. Preserving our farmland is the focus of planning's Purchase of Development Rights program. In 2025, I recommended and the council adopted a successful small farm program to serve farms that are with between 10 and 19.9 acres. Since 2000, the Purchase of Development Rights program has preserved over 33,000 acres. That's 304 farms for continued farming in perpetuity. Planning is also involved in improving street safety through the Vision Zero initiative and Complete Streets planning. Finally, today, I want to talk about investments we make to maintain our hometown. I'm talking about the basic building blocks of our community. You all know it: roads, traffic signals, snow removal, sewers, sidewalks, recycling, trails, and much, much more. Here are a few highlights from 2025. We closed gaps in sidewalks on Squires Road and Wilson Downing, added to Brighton Trail by connecting Liberty Park, upgraded the area around Gatton Park, the privately funded Destination Park that opened this year downtown with drainage improvements, a tunnel for access, and landscaping. We performed basic road maintenance, pruning trees, cutting back brush, and fixing potholes. 8,979 of them. Invested an additional $2 million in snow removal equipment and contracts, started a successful education campaign to improve the way we recycle, improved traffic signals and signage in many locations all over town, continued sanitary sewer improvements. Over 75% of the improvements ordered by the courts in 2011 are now complete, with total costs under original estimates. I want to close today with a big thank you to our residents. You are extraordinary. Back in November, I asked everyone in Lexington to dig into their pockets and contribute to a month-long food drive for God's Pantry Food Bank. We called it Lexington's Big Give. And wow, what a response. You donated 105,000 pounds of food during 1 month. God's Pantry was blown away. That was their words. 41% of all the food collected for God's Pantry in 2025 came from the Big Give. 41%. Plus $6,000 in monetary contributions, all to combat food insecurity. It is such an honor to be the mayor of a city with such a big heart. For 250 years, Lexington's people have been her secret strength. Through our shared vision and productive partnerships, this community works together to ensure Lexington's future is bright. Congratulations to all of you. Thank you for all that you do for our community. Together, we are advancing into the future. Thank you very much.